It is really late for this video, and I really plan to do that maybe in a week after the movie was released, but there was Eurovision, then my birthday, then some problem with my health kinda, so it wasn't really comfortable filming, and now it's more than a month and I still have this thought in my head, so it mostly to just like say what I think and forget about this. So this is my unpopular and really late opinion about the idea of you. Here we need to say that I mostly watched that because of Nicholas Galitzin. Uh, in this spring, I kinda had a crush on him. I'm already over it. Apparently, spring and my crush ended. But I know him as an actor for quite a long time, and I don't know what happened this spring. I really don't know. Something strange. I'm just crazy. But I knew about this film maybe a few weeks before it was supposed to come out. I was kind of excited and at the same time a little afraid that it's not something that I would like to watch. But at the end, I watched it on the very first day, on May 2nd. It was my day off. I worked the next day and I started to watch this at like 7 p.m. kinda, and oh boy. Needless to say that it was kinda secondhand embarrassment. I was pretty positive that I will pause a lot and scream a lot, and that's basically what I've done. Being on phone with my friend who is know Nicholas as well. She knew about my kinda crush on him. She knew about this movie, so she kinda watched it with me through my voice and video messages. I'm really sorry for her. But I would say I actually like that movie. Uh, Later, I knew that it was a book before, and later I learned about some differences that they made for a movie, so it's not really as in the book. And I was thinking a lot, and I saw a really different reaction to that movie, so I kind of decided that I probably have my own thoughts as well. And first, I probably want to say about good point of the movie. I think it's really interesting to see a reversed age difference, and I think a lot of people didn't like it because of that, and I think it's not okay because for some reason we are not really care about age difference when male person or character anywhere older than a female, but suddenly, at least I saw a lot of bad reaction towards reversed age difference, and I think it's not really okay. I think I saw Nick's interview before the movie saying like it is kind of important for an older woman to like know that they still can love someone and be loved, and I think it's really good message. And I enjoyed it. It's something that made this movie different because at least I am not really remember many movies with a like a romance line like that, and I think they really portrayed it good. There was some things in characters, especially probably Nick's character Hayes. Uh, he, in my personal opinion, was maybe kind of like immature at most point, and but I definitely liked the character of Anne Hathaway. Celine, I think it's pronounced like that. Uh, I really and I like the chemistry between them, and I like that we all know like Anne Hathaway look really good, but it's still you kind of see her age, and I think it was really good. It was good. It was really believable. Another thing that really make this movie bearable for me, sorry to say it this way, it's actually a musical part. It was really interesting to see Nick playing like pop star because Nick apparently interested in music and he have a voice, and I think he can have a musical career a music career in the future. So I really liked that part, and it was like mostly like pop songs, but it was such a good pop songs. I definitely like a few songs like a lot to listen as like independent music. uh, I really like that it wasn't someone's songs and or like didn't take like some small part. I really like that they give a good amount of music and kind of like tour vibes, concerts. I think it is big part of this project, and I really like that they didn't do it on like a minimum. I don't know, copying someone's songs, but making original songs. It's really good. I like that. I enjoy that as like a lot. But here we probably need to go to something that I probably not really like, and I would say it this way: if we take uh, things that I actually enjoy, which is reversed age difference and music, it is just classical fan fiction about a pop star or any member of a boy band. And I'm part of a lot of fandoms, music fandoms, and I never in my life I read fanfiction like that. And here I need to say I enjoy some good fanfiction. I had a experience in writing long ago, maybe like from 16 to maybe even 20, in different fandoms, and I did enjoy it. I appreciate fanfiction. I think it's really good and creative part of the fandoms. But I never appreciated okay, I never read and never wanted to read fanfiction of this style when it's like um celebrity and you, or celebrity and character that you created, that is probably you or someone who can read and think it's them. And this classical thing with a fan being on a concert and being seen by the artist, I think we all knew this plot, even if we never saw it or read it anywhere. It's just such a cliche kinda. And yeah, I kind of was having second hand embarrassment through this, because maybe it's not a fanfic. Okay, it's maybe not a fanfiction. Maybe there were 7 movies before or real stories like that, but fandoms in last like 10 years make it such a cliche. So I was like, oh my god, I'm watching a fanfiction. So for me, what really made this movie interesting, it's an age difference, it's a really good actor work, and a music, original music, and really, I think, good representation of like tour life and everything. So outside of that, it was a fun fiction, and I saw a lot of people actually enjoyed that movie and saying that maybe we need to look more in fan fiction world for plots for movies. And I'm not against it, but at the same time, I love to feel like it, it's too soon. 50 Shades of Grey, I think, rumored to be a fan fiction at first for Twilight, I think. So for now, I would say that plots taken from a fanfics not the best, but at the same time, I enjoy that movie. I would say maybe part of me that screamed through this movie, uh, it is part of me that had a crush on Nicholas Galitzin at that moment, and they definitely had such a good chemistry with Anne Hathaway. But I kind of feel Nick always have a good chemistry with uh, fellow actors, their partners. But with Anne, I don't know. It was I I screamed a lot. I definitely liked his character. I see how it's like working in this specific plot. He definitely like fall for her and did everything to make her fall for him, which is obviously harder because she's a grown-up woman that know how to say no to herself. And I really like this part. You can see that he really interested in her, but maybe not in like really serious way, but more like he's more lied about relationship, while she knew she predicted a reaction and she was ready to like say no and don't try it, because it's easier to refuse it before you try it. And I really like that part, that dynamic. You can see how it's developed. And another thing that I've not really enjoyed, it's like 5 years um, gap at the end. I just think like 5 years, it's not long but it's not short. I think it is more realistic that she didn't move on from this for this 5 years, but I kind of feel like he was supposed to move on. So I heard that in a book there's not a happy ending, they didn't end up together. And personally, I definitely always for happy endings. Like, life is already too sad for bad endings and sad endings. But I think sad end in this circumstance is more believable, because happy ending will be, on my personal opinion, more realistic if they didn't break up for these 5 years, but kind of go through everything together. Maybe even moving, uh, being less public, and with time eventually everything will like die down. So this way I will believe in a happy end. But with Hayes kind of like moving on with his career, and okay, in the 5 years apparently ending up outside of the boy band, as a more like solo artist, more mature artist, probably with an older audience, or his fans already growing up with him. I think it's something that a lot of pop stars experienced, from boy band or solo artist. When you start with an audience that is probably teenage more, they eventually growing up with you, and you can like kind of more create, take new turn in your career. And okay, it's a believable part, and I really like this. You can see difference in Hayes on first half of the movie, bigger half of the movie, and this like 5 years later. You can see the difference. He did grow up, but I kind of feel that, on my personal opinion, he was supposed to move on through these 5 years, maybe with the good feelings towards her, but still, I think moving on was a better option for him. I do prefer happy endings, but this was kind of, I don't know, too something out of a movie. I think realistically, uh, when people take, I think when people take break from a relationship, it's never ending good. I don't think I ever saw examples when people take a break and it's eventually ended up good. I never saw something like that, sadly, when talking about like years. So it's not really believable. But I see that they probably didn't want to fully cover the book. And I saw that there was actually a lot of other things in a book about characters, especially Hayes, and maybe they make him a little better than he was in a book. But still, kind of, there was still a part when I don't know, it was hinted or even like said straight away that she's not first older woman that he's attracted to. So I kind of like that part, that it's something like normal for him. So it's just like his way. He just like older woman. But at the same time, I don't know. It will be good, better or worse if she was like his first experience like that. But anyway, I at first I thought like, I don't know if I like it or don't. Now I would say that I mostly like it. It's not something that I would watch usually, but it's a good actors. It's a good music. even if it's such a just a pop music, not something I will probably send someone to listen, but will secretly enjoy myself. And it's a good happy ending with Hayes, at least as a character growing up. Like you can see this difference. I really like this part when he first go for her working place with paparazzi outside, and him being kind of like, oh, I'm buying everything, like I don't care, I just like it, it's okay, give it to me. And I think it's even was a kind of um, minus for him, because Celine didn't really enjoy that, because like obviously she loves art. It's not something like, oh, it's okay, it's some art. For her it's something important, something that tells a story. For him at that moment it's not. He's there just because of her, and he not really care, he not really understand, and he just like kind of throwing money. And 5 years later when he showing up again, he looking older, he's more relaxed, there's no paparazzi anymore behind his back, and I definitely like this Hayes so much more. And he's here for her, and I feel like he's already growing up and matured, so I like this character development through the movie. Another thing I wanted to say, I kinda I don't know if it was predictable that drama will come about the age difference from the fans. Maybe family, but yeah, it was really, really predictable. And I think it's bringing up the topic about like kind of toxic fans. That I don't know if I'm not really saw it a lot in a Western fandom, more in a Korean fandoms. It's such a problem, but yeah, it is reality. It's sadly reality, and I like that it was addressed here. I don't think that people who are actually guilty of things like that will watch it and rethink their behavior. On my personal opinion, things like that eventually die down, maybe in a few months. And I think in a movie it was hard even after the months. So I understand why Celine decided to take this break for some time. At the same time, reaction from Hayes being like, okay, you don't want to fight for us, like kind of more sad and maybe a little passive aggressive reaction. It's understandable as well, because he's still young and he still probably have this power in him to ignore crazy fans and just like live his life, while she obviously don't have it in her. In this chat you kind of can hear like the difference between them, that she is mature and he's still not. And yeah, so I think it's just like more realistical, there will be a bad ending, but at the same time I appreciate that they didn't give us a bad ending. So overall I think it was a good movie, it was good production, really good actors. I think it's something to watch at least once. Um, Music was so good that music is definitely already ended up in my playlists. It's really it was interesting project. I'm kind of happy that they decided to make a movie out of this book, because I think I never will read this book. But do you think it was actually Harry Style fanfiction? Do you think? I was, while watching, I was thinking about that a lot. So I never was a directioner, fan of One Direction, and I just like know some songs of Harry Styles. But you think it was kind of fanfiction about him originally? I think it's believable. I think it's believable. So yeah, that was my unpopular opinion. I still think we should really be careful with fanfiction plots in movies. But there's such a good plots in a fanfiction world. Just maybe not plots like that, not cliche, fun artist fanfiction love stories. But if you just like don't think about this part, I think it was such a good production and good movie. And maybe with time I even will rewatch it again. It will be interesting rewatching it now when I finally over my crush on Nicholas. But yeah, overall I would say give it like 6-7 out of 10, but at the same time saying that I still enjoy it. I still enjoy it, and there was a lot of thoughts in my head after the movie, and I think it's really really good, and it's touched good topic about reverse age difference, even if it was still kind of fanfiction. So you see, like I'm trying to talk about good, and there's still something that's not really good in my personal opinion. So yeah, it is my mind is a mess, and my opinion about this movie is really really confusing. But it was a good movie. It is a good movie. And chemistry, they had so much chemistry. It was so believable. So believable. Oh my god. I even like check if Anne Hathaway is taken, and apparently she is, and was like, whew, okay. Because I was kind of, oh my god, they're just like so good together. So yeah, it was really strange video with really strange thoughts. But I was thinking about this for a month, and hopefully after this video I will stop thinking about this movie that much. Thank you for watching, and I don't know, see you maybe later.